Mirandasya Gyanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Gurudeva. So, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, verse 33. This chapter is a very famous chapter in the Srimad Bhagavatam because this is the prayers of Queen Kunti, the mother of the 5 Pandavas. Apare vasudevasya devakyam yachatam bhyagat ajam tvam asyakshamam vadayacha shuradvisham. Others say that since both Vasudeva and Devaki pray for you, you have taken your birth as their son. Undoubtedly, you are unborn, and yet you take your birth for their welfare, and to kill those who are envious of the demigods. So, we chant every day a famous song here. Ishwara Paramakrishnam Sachidananda Vigraha Anadira Dirgovinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So, in the Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma here recognizes that Krishna is the supreme controller. And he says that, Krishna, you have created all the creatures in this world. But you, he said, you Adi Govindam, you are the first creator. But who had created you? I remember sometimes my nephew, he used to say, who is the father of God? Who is the father of God? So if God has a father, it means that the father is superior to him, right? But actually, Krishna, he's a nadir. A nadir means that he's never created. It's not possible. When Devaki and Vasudeva, they were doing so much austerity, tapasya, to have Krishna, Lord Narayana appeared in front of them and they said, okay, what do you want? The famous question, what do you want? And Devaki and Vasudeva, they said, we want to have a child like you. Krishna said, Narayana, he said, no, it's not possible. Because I'm the only one. It cannot exist 2 gods. There is only one God. So if you wanted to have a child like me, I shall to come as your own son. And here, Kunti, she's describing how Krishna, how Narayana, he's a nadir. He's never created. He's ever existed. But still, she is saying that you had accepted the desire of your devotee. So this is one of the most highest level of bhakti. Because what bhakti means? Bhakti is not just like you go and you perform some kind of a service to Krishna, and then out of that service, you get some love reciprocation from him. Like Guruji was saying yesterday, he gave the example of Arjuna. And he said, when Arjuna was looking to the fish, he said, okay, I will do my duty, and what is what are you gonna do? And Guruji, he said, that Krishna said, I will maintain the water stead. So, Krishna, he's the one who plays, Narayana, he's the one who plays this game. Narayana para sarve. No, that's Srimad Bhagavatam say. Narayana is the one who is ever situated in all kinds of situations. Narayana Paragati, he's the supreme abode. Narayana Paramtapa, he's the supreme austerity. So he's the one who is performing all kind of Ishvara, Paramakrishna. He's the one who is controlling everything. And all what we need to understand is, okay, what is my position into this? What is my position into such a game? But if Krishna is ever created, and he, as he says in the Bhagavad Gita, I'm situated in the heart of living entities, and everything emanates from me. The sages worship with their love and devotion. They have this attachment to discuss about me, to talk about me. I always had this question. If Krishna is the person, if God is a person, that always when he comes to please his devotee, why does he put us in so much trouble? Why does he create so much trouble for us to achieve him? Daivihyesha gunamai mama maya durateya. No, Bhagavad Gita 7:16 or 15, don't remember. He says that, yes, I had created these gunas, which can easily manipulate you. But if you learn how to overcome it, if you learn how to cross this cloud fog that I created, you come to me. It's not fair. You had created a problem, and you said, if you cross the problem that I created, you will come with me. And once I asked this question to Guruji, and he said, look, one of the things that Krishna enjoys the most is to see the devotee struggling to have the association of him. When the devotee really struggle to have the association. Na bhava grahi janardanaha. Krishna, he enjoys when the devotee cross the barrier of ego, of mind, to be with him. That's why Krishna, he's very tricky. And he plays games that sometimes we cannot manage. But why he does that? Because the only thing that Krishna, he wants to see on us is the interest in bhakti. When you have developed this taste of serving him, he will look at you and he'll say, I'm in doubt with this person. I'm completely in debt with this person. I needed to pay him back. I needed to do something for him that I can, because when I see the tears of my devotee, when I see how my devotee really struggles to be on my association, it makes me to have this desire to be with him. Like the famous story of Namdev Maharaj, that once he was cooking chapati to offer to his deity, to do his puja, and he was making the chapati, and then comes a dog and grabbed the chapati and started to run. And he started to run away, running behind the dog, and say, my Lord, please, don't eat the chapati without butter. Let me put your makan, let me put your butter here. And then Vitala appeared to Namdev Maharaj, and he said, I can't hide from you. No? And why? Because the devotee is always looking for Krishna, and Krishna, he's always looking for his devotee. Sarvasya chaham riddhi sanivisto. I'm situated in the heart of all living entities. Matai smriti jnana apohanacha. From me comes the knowledge, the remembrance, but also comes the forgetfulness. Apohanacha, forgetfulness. Just imagine, Krishna, he's sitting on your heart, and he's the one who will make you to think about him, but he's also the one who makes you to forget him. And it's easy. And he will make you forget him as soon as you start to see that your ego is higher. When you start to think, look, the service that I have done, look what I had cooked, what I had prepared for my deities today. Oh, Krishna, look, today I'm offering this delicious prasad because I cook it for you. But actually, the real devotee, he always will inquire. A real devotee means the one who is inquiring. He will look to himself and say, Krishna, what do you want to eat today? And he will learn how to listen this Chaita Guru, the Krishna which resides in the heart, the Paramatma which resides in the heart. And he will say, today I want to eat a watermelon. Then you go to the market and you buy the watermelon, you cut the watermelon, you offer the watermelon for the deity. So, Kunti, she had understood that. She understood it, and how she understood it, and what was possible for her to manage in her own relationship with Krishna, to have to understand that. And this just could come out through all the suffering that she went through. Kunti, she didn't have an easy life at all. But she was all the time praying to Krishna and say, Krishna, please, don't protect me, protect my son. When Krishna is going to the battlefield with her 5 sons, she said to Krishna, Krishna, I never ask you for anything, but at this moment I wanted to ask one thing to you. Just bring my 5 sons back alive. And Krishna, he did. And when finished the Kurukshetra war, Kunti Devi, she comes to Krishna and she tells to Krishna, can the sun becomes dark, the wind stops to blowing, the oceans turns into completely dry, but you, Krishna, you will never miss with your word. You are Achyuta. She calls Krishna Achyuta. Achyuta means the infallible. Krishna never fails. Krishna is infallible. But the question here is, okay, Krishna, you say in the Bhagavad Gita that you are situated in the heart of all living entities. Cool. Thank you. You say that you are the source of knowledge. Vedascha sarva eva vidyo. All kinds of Vedas comes from you. Vedanta kriti eva vid vedachaham. You were the one who had compiled, had given all kinds of knowledge. So you are situated in our heart. You can really give us the knowledge to understand you. But why do you make this work so difficult? How many times we can ask this question for ourselves? How many times we come to Guruji and look at your Guruji and say, Guruji, but what do you want from me? And Guruji said, I want you to not worry and I want you to be open. I want you to just enjoy my presence here. Once I was in my Drama Queens Day and there was, this word is bad. Just like complaining all the time. And speaking with Guruji inside of me, say, why do you make, go through all this kind of test? Why? It's so difficult. No? And suddenly I get a call, and that call, Guruji was passing behind and he listened. I was talking with a friend. He grabs the phone of my friend, and he says to me, look, you have all the rights to complain, but you don't have the rights to make your life miserable. Just hold to my feet and trust. So, just hold to my feet and trust. This is so delicious to listen. Because even the hardest thing in the life, like when you wanted to jump from one clinch to another, and someone said, no, just hold my back. I will jump for you. But we don't want it to hold. Because we think that, no, I know better. I know better how to do. But when you understand that why Kunti, she had to say these beautiful prayers, the reason of why, she said, Krishna, you are Vasudeva. You are the one who, you even choose, you make the choice who would be eligible to be your your parents in this world. You can like manage with anything that you want. But still, I have been into this delusion that maybe I know better. And the Krishna, he says to her, Auntie, stop. Stop to complain. Stop to find that you are the cause of your own problem. You have no cause at all. And he said, I have seen, I have witnessed with my own eyes all the kind of suffering in which you went through. And it's so painful to me, because I know that all the suffering that you have going through has a reason. But now I ask you, Auntie, ask me for any blessings, ask me for any boon. You can ask me for anything that you want, you wish. I will fulfill it right now. And she looks to Krishna and she said, the only thing that I want is to keep suffering. The only thing that I want is to remain with all these challenges in my life. And why does she ask for something like this? Because Krishna said, it's too painful. Why do you want it? And she said, because when I'm in a difficult times is the moment when I most pray sincere to you. So, it's a very simple aspect of bhakti. When you learn how to trust. If there is one of the biggest aparada that someone can perform towards the Guru and towards Krishna is when you don't accept how he is with you. This is one of the biggest aparada, one of the biggest offense. I wish my Guru Deva to be exactly like that with me. Exactly how Guruji is with that devotee, I wish him to be exactly like that with me. It means that you don't understand. Of course, we all don't understand Guruji, but it means that you are not trusting, because he gives to you exactly that things that you need to grow spiritually. And this is what will manage and remain your eternal relationship with him. When you start to understand and you don't try to impose. Who can come to Krishna and say to Krishna, Krishna, for example, Krishna is the biggest tricky in Shri Vrindavana Dham. Jiva Goswami, he writes a book that is called Gopala Champu. And on the beginning of Gopala Champu, he says, look, everything that what I had seen as a truth, I found out in Shri Vrindavana Dham that is a complete lie. And the Krishna is the biggest liar that I have seen. Krishna talks about morality, satya. But the Krishna is a satya. Krishna has no morality at all. What does Krishna do during the night? He plays his flute. But he plays his flute in the tune that only the gopis can listen. Only the married gopis can listen. And they all go to a place that is called Kunja. It's a very private place, and they have like an internal relationship with him. How is that? You, Krishna, you were talking to me about morality, but you play your flute in the specific tune, and this tune can reach the ears of the gopis, and they come to have a private moment with you. Do you think it's fair? Do you think their husband likes it? Then he goes further. He said, Mother Yashoda, she started to think. Someone comes to Mother Yashoda and say, Krishna is eating dust. Krishna always speaks the truth, no? God says, speaks the truth, be sincere. But then, when Krishna, he comes to Mother Yashoda and he looks, and when Mother Yashoda, she comes to Krishna and look to Krishna, look, Balarama just said to me that you are eating dust. Is that true? Krishna, with the mouth full of dust, said, no, I'm not eating anything. No, Mama, it's completely mistake. I'm not eating nothing. Oh, yes. Okay, show me your mouth. show me your mouth. Then Krishna opened his mouth to Mother Yashoda. When she looks to his mouth, what does she see? Herself there. It's a simple. So, Jiva Goswami, he said, how can I trust into such personality? Krishna says that we should be compassion and have a compassion with all living entities. What he was doing, Gokula? Killing demons. He was killing demons. But the pastimes of Krishna is so transcendental that is above and beyond all kind of comprehension. That's why here, in this place, Shri Pitanilaya, we just needed to understand one thing. Yes, Gurudeva is here. He's making everything accessible to me. I might not like the color of his dress, but I can try to find some fault, but if you get into that position, it's very dangerous. Because you need to understand that what the Guru is giving is completely beyond. Nasto moha. Arjuna, he says to Krishna. Arjuna said to Krishna, Nasto moha smriti labda. Now that you had given me the chance to experience you, all my craziness, all this illusion, moha from my mind has run away. Nasto mohi smriti labda. And you gave me the chance to really to understand a little bit from the sweetness that emanates from you. Krishna is all the time emanating a lot of sweetness. But if you try to understand his action with your mind, it will not be possible. Because our mind in this material world is just looking for how can I enjoy? How can I find my enjoyment here? It's like the man that he's running in the jungle. He's running because behind here there is a huge tiger that is ready to eat him. And he sees a tree and he climbs into that tree. But the tree started to fall in the clinch, and he looks down and he sees a bunch of snakes ready to eat him. But he's holding in the branch, and he looks down and he sees, look, there's a lot of snakes ready to eat me, ready to bite me and poison me. And there is the tiger. The tiger is also ready to kill me. What shall I do? Okay, I will remain here holding in this branch. And he keeps holding the branch, and there comes two rats, one black and another one white. And they start to eat that branch. And he looks and says, wow, what I will do? What I will do? If I go down, I die. If I go up, I die. Here, it's just a question of time. It will break. The two rats are eating the branch. But he sees a comb of honey dropping, drop by drop, a honey, and he goes and puts his tongue there. Let me try to enjoy it. Let me try to get something from it. And this is our constitution in this material world. The snakes is the illusion that we are creating every day with our mind. If I buy this place, if I buy that car, if I buy this, if I have a relationship with that man, with that woman, I shall to be happy. The reds, they are representing, one is black and another one is white. Why? Because they are representing the time, kala. Day and night, black and white. They're representing this. And we think, oh, look, the time is going. Oh, look, it's my birthday today. I'm become older, I'm become wiser. No, you are becoming next to the death. That's it. You are near to the death. Happy birthday to you, Mataji. So, and the tiger, he represents what? He represents the death that is waiting for you. So, you see, in this material world, we have no choice. But still with our mind we think, no, I shall to find some choice at the end. I shall. So, but then somehow we found one light into that darkness which we live. We had found a drop of light there. And this drop of light is the chance to perform good things. Devotee is the one who he understands that everything that he has is to perform good things. And when he understands that and when he realizes it, he makes everything like flow sweet and soft. Because even when the test that Krishna gives, the test that Gurujis give, sounds painful, you need to understand that Nabhava Grahija Nardanaha. All what he wants is that you cross that ocean of suffering, of your mind, of that ocean that we keep stuck into the mind, and do not let us to enjoy this process. Guruji has built something that is priceless. And all what we need to learn is how to follow it, how to enjoy his presence here. Like once he said to my friend, he opened his hand like this and he said, look, whatever you wish, I'm ready to give you. But even that you need to learn how to wish. Many years ago, 5 years ago, once I was having a dinner with Guruji, and he said something really simple. He said, look, I asked him, I said, Guruji, what I see that everything around you is perfect. Everything is perfect. Your devotees are perfect. The kirtan is perfect. The food is perfect. Everything is perfect. But why there is still this tendency of finding fault? That's my only question. Why there is still this tendency? And he said to me, once one woman approached him asking for a child. And he looked to her and he said, for her it's not good to have a child. But she was so insistent with that desire that Guruji, he said, okay, bless you. But she couldn't have much choice. Or she would have a child, or she would die. And he said to me, to remain her in this world and have a chance to overcome the desires, I prefer to not give her a chance to be a mother. I prefer to not give it to her. And after some time, Guruji, he said, she saw how all her friends was being pregnant, but she was not pregnant. And what did she do? She left the path. He said, sometimes the devotees approach to me, and of course I needed to tell them, I will bless you, I will bless your project, I will bless in your plan. But they don't see what I'm seeing. They don't see what I see. What I see is much more beyond. That's why he's our Sadguru. Because Sadguru is the one who sees what we cannot see. In the different level, in the different conception. But still we want to try to think that, no, I'm the controller. I'm the one who is managed. I'm the one who is managing all these kinds of situations here. That's why it's very important to learn how to really dive into this process of bhakti. Process of bhakti looks like just Love Festival, which is a festival every day, everything happy, joyful. But the real bhakti is the one who can carry on with the teachings wherever he goes. Once, I shared this story a few days ago. Once I was a prime minister. And he was always advising the king. He was always giving all kinds of advices to the king. And once he saw the king, and the king, he was a bit like sad, a bit depressed. And he came and he said, "My dear king, why you were like that?" And he said, "Because I have 2 questions. And no one can answer me these questions. And I'm getting nervous with these questions." He said, "What is the question?" He said, "My question is, I want to understand where is God and what is He doing." I said, "Wow." He said, you are my prime minister, you're a very wise man. Please answer me. Where is God and what is He doing? And the prime minister, he thought a bit. He said, "I don't know the answer, but if I tell him that I know the answer, it will be not good." And he started to get a lot in anxiety because his work is to give answers to the king. And if he not be able to provide the answers for the king, he would maybe lose his job. And then he said to the king, "Look, I know the answer of your question, but I need some time to answer it to you. So I just wanted to ask you if I can answer this later." And the king said, "Okay, you can answer me this question tomorrow." And the prime minister went back home, and he was super in anxiety. Where is God and what is He doing? Where is God and what is He doing? And he was in that mood. Then his son of 5 years old approached to him and he said, "Hey, Papa, I see that you were in a bit anxiety. What had happened?" He said, "No, it's not a business for you. I'm just thinking here about my work." I said, "No, Papa, please share with me." He said, "No, you are too small. How can I share these things with you?" He said, "Please, Papa, share with me. Maybe I help you. I will be able to help you." He said, "Oh, look, today the king asked me one question, and I don't know the answer for this question." He said, "Okay, what was the question?" He said, "He asked me, where is God and what is He doing?" The son looked to Papa and said, "Papa, this is the most easiest question to answer." I said, "Okay, tell me the answer." He said, "No, I will not tell you the answer. Let's do like this. We go to the king tomorrow, and you will tell the king that this is a stupid question, and it's so stupid that your son of 5 years old will answer it to him." He looked and said, "You're crazy, no?" He said, "Yes, do it." But the father didn't have any other chance, and he said, "Okay, let's do it." So then they went to the king on the next day. And as soon as they come to the king was sitting in his throne, and he said, "My dear prime minister, I hope you have a good answer for my question." He said, "Yes, I do have a good answer for your question, but because your question is so simple question, I will allow my son of 5 years old to answer it for you." Please answer it. So he said, "Oh, okay, if your son knows the answer for this question, please come here." So the son comes. "Maharaj, I need a bucket with milk. Can you bring it for me?" He said, "Okay, I can bring you milk, but you need to answer my question. I want to know where is God and what is He doing." He said, "Yes, I will answer this question, but I need milk here." Say, "Okay, servants, bring some milk to the boy." So they take a bowl with milk. He puts in front of the boy. And the boy looks to the king and he asks a question. He said, "I have a question for you. Can you take the butter out of this milk?" He said, "Yes." He said, "How do you take the butter out of this milk?" "Simple. I just put in the fire and I start shaking, mixing it, and suddenly the butter will come." He said, "Yes, with God is the same thing. God, He's everywhere. But you to become eligible and able to see it, you need to practice every day. Because God is everywhere. So, what is your question? Where is God? God is everywhere. He's here, He's in this place. God is in everything. But you to become able to see it, like Prahlada Maharaj, that he saw Narasimhadeva in the pillar, he saw Narayan in the pillar. When his father asked, "Where is your Lord?" "He's inside of this pillar." "Yes, He's inside of this pillar." You needed to learn how to see God into everything. And the king said, "Wow, good answer. But if God is everywhere, what is He doing right now?" And the king was sitting on the throne, And the boy said to the king, look, I can answer this question for you. But for that, I needed to sit on your place and you have to sit on the floor. And the king, okay. Then the king sat on the floor and he sat up there. And he said, that's what God is doing. He makes our life to be full of ups and downs. He's all the time creating situations and things that we think that we are very up, sometimes we think that we are low. That's what he's doing. So, in this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Kunti Devi, she's reminding exactly it. Krishna, you had to choose your parents. You come here to kill all these kinds of demons. Who are these demons? The demons that is coming to our mind, our thoughts, our desires. But when you dive into these experiences, into this knowledge, and you learn how to really access it in the very high state, you started to overcome all kinds of emotions. And these emotions that we keep with us is the cause of all suffering. Sometimes people, for example, they can have a cancer. What a cancer is, as I understand, is an emotion that has been restrained into that position in the body. Why Guruji, he says to us, the hardest path is from your mind to your heart. These 40 centimeters. Because the heart is the only place in our body that the emotions not get stuck. That's why you will never see a person with a cancer in the heart. This disease not exist. The heart is producing 21 kinds of emotions every day. But we are so low with our consciousness that we don't know even how to access 3 of these emotions. That's why, or we are sad, or we are happy. We don't know how to dive into even the emotions at our heart. That's why this is the hardest path. The hardest path is this 14 centimeters. Because we don't know how to access the emotion. Because if you learn how to access the emotions of your heart, and that's what Guruji is. Guruji, he can access all these 21 emotions. That's why he can look at you and know exactly what you need. He knows exactly what your mind needs, what your heart needs, and he can provide because he can materialize, he can manifest the unmanifest. Because the body itself holds all the qualities of Krishna, but we don't know how to access it. We don't have any clue of how to access it. We are so limited. That's why the most important thing is learn how to perform your bhajana, your meditation. Learn how to be thankful. Manage the level of gratitude and to understand, Krishna, I don't have nothing, but I will use everything that I have into your devotional service to you. Like Kunti Devi. She was scared, she was in the position of suffering, but she just raised her hands and look, Govinda, please save me. And Krishna, he saved her. Prahlada Maharaj, Gajendra, we have so many beautiful examples. In the Bhagavatam, we see that when the crocodile was dragging Gajendra, he didn't look to his wife. He had 1,000 wives, elephants. He didn't look to them and say, please save me. He didn't look to his servants, or he was a king, the king of the elephant. To who he prayed? To Narayana. He went straight to the Lord. So this is what is the relationships that we need to learn how to build. It's how to come. Sometimes people, they come to me and say, oh, I have this problem. Once Guruji, he said to me, the problem of many devotees that they don't come to me and ask. Sometimes just come and ask. Ask sincere, what do you want? I will tell you, I will bless you, and I will look after you. Just be able to manage with the result, with the answer. That's the most simple thing. So, coming back to this sloka, here, Kunti, she's reminding how she enjoys even the suffering, and how she tells Krishna, Krishna, please keep giving me the suffering, because with this suffering position, when everything is going hard in my life, the only desire that I have is to serve you and to love you. And this is the Nabhava Grahi Janardanaha. When Krishna, he sees that what brings this real enjoyment is that the devotee, he has this desire to overcome all kinds of things that is impossible and turn it to possible. And this is what is the real spiritual path. This is what will really give you a chance to experience Guruji, to experience what he's given, his teaching, his knowledge, his love, his affection, when you just learn how to accept. But not external acceptance. Yes, Guruji, I will do it. No, it's internal. Okay, I will do my best. Thank you very much, Jai Gurudev.